So I wanted to talk super briefly about feeling the feels and share some personal things in the hopes that it helps you feel the feels and live the life. So I used to quite often find myself on the floor, literally on the floor, crumpled in this overwhelming pain and sadness and grief and shame. And it still happens sometimes. The difference is my experience of it and what it means. So back in the day, when I would find myself on the floor, I would immediately go to, this is evidence of my inherent flawedness, my inherent not enoughness, that there is something fundamentally wrong with me. Or I would go to, I knew it. Like, what was I thinking? I can't get better. I can't get healed. I can't be like those happy other people. Like, I knew it. Why did I even try? This is where I belong, right? And then lastly, I would use it as, of course, nothing has changed. I've done all this work. I've done all this healing. I've done all this therapy. I've done all the things. And yet I am still feeling these feels. I am still in this place. So let me know if you can relate to any of those stories. So what I want to talk about is the freedom that can begin to surface. And when I talk about freedom, I don't mean that I never feel those feelings. I mean freedom in your experience of those feelings. So now when I find myself on the floor, I surrender, I welcome, and it is not easy at all. But the difference is that the pain is welcome, the grief is welcome, the sadness is welcome, the shame is welcome. It's welcome because it's part of me. It is not all of me, but it is part of me. And in turning towards that, in welcoming it, in allowing it, in softening around it and letting it know and letting me know, especially like the little me, like it's okay. It's okay that this is here. I'm not leaving. So that is one of the big pieces in everything that I have found on my healing journey and in those that I get to witness. It's that I'm not leaving. I'm going to be here. It's choosing to turn towards yourself rather than away. It's beginning to no longer abandon yourself. And in that turning towards your experience, in that meeting yourself right there, right? I speak about that a lot because it helps me remember, like, can I just meet myself here? Can I meet myself here in the pain? And it's important to say in that moment. So if you're going into, how can I meet myself in all my experiences forever and ever and just always allow, ticka, slow it back down. In this moment, can I meet myself right here? Literally, can I feel my feet? Can I feel my body? Can I put my hands on my heart? Can I say to myself, I'm here, I'm right here? Because in that little act, there is so much power. What happens in my body, in my system, is this space, this breath that allows me to begin to navigate, to begin to be in relationship with my experience, as opposed to what used to happen where I would fuse and mesh and become that experience, and all of those stories would harden around me and solidify, and it would get really crunchy and small, and that was a lot harder of a place to break free of, to get out of. I was kind of reinforcing these patterns of self-abandonment, of really not good, like mean, at war, hurtful ways of being with myself. And that was a lot harder to begin to get out of or to shift. So, welcoming what is and allowing it. And I understand the desire to be free of those emotions, to be free of those experiences, to eradicate those unwanted feelings. I 100% get that desire. However, in my experience, you can't do that, and the ways in which we do that are just reinforcing that self-abandonment, because it's actually not welcome. We don't want this, and it's creating this dissonance and this disconnect, or bypassing it. And so, in my experience, the only way to truly begin to find that empowerment is to meet it, to let it be okay that it is here, to not jump to evidence against me, to just allow as much as you can, and to be there for yourself. So to really support your system. And maybe that means that you find different therapies or coaching or nervous system work, or maybe that means that you get more tools and information so you can begin to navigate those feelings and begin to really be able to support your nervous system and support yourself when you're on the floor, when you're in those places. Because at the end of the day, it's you. It's what works for you. I can tell you all the things and what I do, and that doesn't matter if at the end of the day, when you're on the floor, you don't know what to do for you. So to begin to experiment and explore, what do I need? Is it just a hand? Is it just the words that I'm here? Is it some soothing touches? Is it letting myself cry? Are there certain emotions that I really don't let myself feel? Is there a certain story I always go to and really hammer in? Is there some curiosity? I could begin to explore this experience more. Is there a way for me to begin to be more embodied in it so that I am in relationship with the sensations, the raw energy, and it's less about the why and the narrative and the story about the feeling. So finding for you how you begin to support your system, how you begin to have that empowered relationship with your experiences, with the events in your life, so that you can expand your consciousness and have more choice in the freaking matter. Because when I was crumpled down on the floor, I didn't feel like I had any choices. I felt like I was the feeling. I felt like I was never going to change. Nothing was ever going to get better. And this was just me. But there was this feeling of that's not true. And so then there was this my body knew, but I was trapped in a smaller fragmented part of myself. And so there was even this battle happening between what I was experiencing and what my actual innate wild wisdom woman knew to be true. So let me know if any of this is making any sense, and if you can relate at all, and if this sounds interesting or intriguing to you. I invite you to begin to explore allowing yourself to feel, and start with not the on the floor stuff, because that is okay, I'm gonna go learn how to swim in the tidal wave, right? See if you can begin to explore in a kiddie pool. So allowing pleasurable sensations, in the shower, can I really let myself feel the sensations of the water, of the soap, of the moisture and humidity on my skin, and then begin to translate that into other areas. Okay, in this moment I got a little frustrated that person cut me off in traffic. Can I just let my system, let my body know I'm here, I'm right here? What am I experiencing? Oh, is that okay? Can I let that be okay? Not okay as in I like it. Okay as in this is the isness, right? This is what is. Because when we fight what is, when we fight reality, when we fight the feeling, we all know how that turns out. It's not the greatest. So it's okay. This is an honest acknowledgement of my experience. Can I let myself know that it's okay that this is here? It's okay that this hurt, shameful, sad, alone part of me is here. Can I welcome it? Can I say yes to it? Can I breathe with it? Can I sound with it? Can I get myself out of my way so that my body can welcome this part back in, or can move this energy? Because oftentimes we're just in our own way, really, and we're trying to control or manage or fix or any of the things that we like to do. So even just seeing if you can create some softness, some suppleness and softness in the body, to create that suppleness and softness in the mind. And just begin to explore and see what opens up for you. And let me know if any of this resonates with you, if you've ever found yourself on the floor, and if you desire support in diving into this. My 5-week creative course begins next Wednesday. The early bird sale goes till Saturday, and it's 5 weeks of really diving into you with you. So exploring your relationship to your experience, to your body, to your creative life force and flow and energy, and how you cultivate that and nurture that, so that you're living in a really empowered and present way. And the whole course is designed to really empower who you be, your beingness, because I don't want to just give you more information and more tools. I mean, we have a bajillion videos a day on that. There's a bajillion different books on tools and techniques. At the end of the day, it's the one using the tools. It's you. And so all the work that I do is meant to transform, to strengthen, to empower you. Because I want you to be able to, when you're on the floor, to have your own back, to be able to navigate and stay and feel and move through and be with yourself. Because if we all could do that, I mean, imagine how we would treat other bodies if we could treat our own body that way. Imagine how we would parent if we could parent our own body that way. Imagine what we would be in relationship if we can be in relationship with ourselves, right? So healing the individual heals the collective. So just beginning to explore and navigate that for you in whatever way feels right and true for you. I also have a monthly membership, which is a really affordable way to have a consistent container where you're showing up and you're practicing and you're strengthening, so that then you can go out in that tidal wave and have some fins and some resources. I don't think that analogy worked, but you know what I mean. To strengthen. So yeah, links to all the things below, and yeah, comment. Let me know if you like this stuff, if you want more of this stuff, or if you have questions, or if you have also can resonate with any of these feels. So yeah, sending you so much love. Mwah.